Today, we're taking a close look at the Caledonia Yawl. She was designed by Ian Uhtred, a pioneer of modern plywood construction. What is it we love about the Caledonia Yawl? She sails like a witch. She can carry lots of people or gear and can be rowed when the wind dies. You can build a Caledonia Yawl yourself, or you can have one built by any number of builders around. Today we were fortunate enough to bump into Geoff Kerr. Geoff's built more than a dozen of these Caledonia Yawls, and he's going to give us a look around. Take us out for a sail.
The Caledonia, I was very fortunate as a first-time boat builder to be pointed toward this design as one of the ones I was considering, and it met many of the criteria I was looking for. I think the great thing about it, the overriding thing, is that it's a large, versatile boat, functionally, that does not weigh very much. So it's really easy to trailer, it's really easy to sail. I row it rather than have an outboard. So it being lightweight sort of maximizes its logistical capability. It's an exceptionally fine sailing boat. The designer, Ian Uhtred, chose to build a traditional looking hull, but through plywood epoxy construction, make it very, very light. He then did not ballast the boat, relying A, on hull shape, and B, on sailing ability and taking a couple friends if you need some ballast.
Right.
But he put a really big rig on this boat. Sail area to displacement on this boat is pretty significant. This is 165 feet. 130 feet in this big balanced log.
Wow.
So, as you can feel this evening, I mean, what would you estimate our wind? Maybe 8?
Maybe 8.
6, something. It's not blowing very hard, but
with good pressure.
With 3 grown-up men in the boat, we're sailing along very nicely.
Right.
And one of the joys of that is that with this rig, you sail great in light air. You're still sailing when other people are rowing or wishing they had the outboard motor. Yet, because of the seakeeping capabilities of the boat and the fact that the rig is easily and deeply reefed, I can sail in 6 knots and be happy, and I've single-handed in 35, 40 knots. And once I had her reefed, was perfectly happy. So she's a broad spectrum, versatile boat.
Right.
Yet light, easy to own, easy to handle, easy to beach, easy to trailer. It's really a joy.
No motor required, other than
no
a nice
motor
pair
required.
Of 8, 9-foot sweep
I have a nice
oars.
big pair of oars.
And the lightweight construction of the plywood Lapstrake enables a small vehicle to tow it virtually anywhere you want to get to. What has been the cruising range of NED LUDD?
If it's in Penobscot Bay, we've sailed by it, and just 3 weeks ago I took off from here and sailed around the outside of MDI to get to Lemoyne State Park for the Small Reach Regatta. About 55 miles and 2 days of fabulous sailing, and
wow,
it was excellent.
That's fabulous.
Too cool, just too cool.
So a little boat you can pull with anything, that you can really explore different waterways all over the United States.
You can, and she just works, whether single-handed, loaded with camping gear, or I can remember a great 4th of July on Lake Champlain with like 10 teenagers, a charcoal grill, and a cooler, headed for a beach. And believe me, it must be some boat if your daughters can get 8 of their teenage friends to agree to spend the whole day in a boat.
Mizzen?
The mizzen,
love it.
The mizzen is the selling point of this rig. In a boat that you're actually going to go places, you're actually going to do things that might involve needing to heave to reef, or get a sandwich out of the cooler, or go for a swim, or just catch your breath if it's rough and you need a rest. Heaving this boat to is the simplest matter of sheeting the mizzen hard, dropping the tiller, let go the main sheet, and she'll heave to. She's going to round right up and point in the wind.
Well, I'm anxious to give it a try.
You should take her for a drive now.
Can I?
The ratio between the sails is 130 feet and 35 feet on the mizzen. So she's relatively small, but the mizzen is so far aft that it really affects the steering of the boat. You'll find yourself, if it was windy at all, you'd be trimming the mizzen to balance the helm. And one of the nice things about this low-tech system is that that pivot point is a universal, so even at your height, you could stand up on that thwart and the stick will be in the right place. You can be over here on the rail, you can be over here on the rail.
All right.
It is also the hiking stick, essentially, so you can just...
Pretty simple. I mean, that's just
It's a piece of rope.
A piece of rope.
Yep. Ian was one of the early people to realize that epoxy allowed you to do glued plywood Lapstrake construction, and that gives you several wonderful advantages. It's a lightweight hull. Because of the quality of the plywood used, it's a very stiff and strong hull. And because of that stiffness and strength, there's very little interior structure that actually is part of the hull.
No frames?
No frames at all.
Completely frameless.
This furniture is here to sit on. It's not holding the boat together. And that makes it relatively quick and easy to build. Therefore, relatively inexpensive to build if you're paying someone to build it. And it keeps the interior functionally a lot easier to deal with. And this boat, at initial construction and indeed subsequent maintenance, if I had ever bothered to repaint it, you hose it off, you start sanding, and then you can paint pretty much. And the way the furniture's built, it all comes out with a few screws. So you could have a clean, empty hull to do a refinishing job very quickly. So the way this mizzen is rigged, it's noteworthy for a couple of features that folks may not have seen before. Since it is so far aft, you have to sheet it to something. So there's an extra spar here called a bumpkin, kind of like a bowsprit at the other end of the boat. And it's a dead simple 9-foot solid spar that fits in a socket here with a retaining pin. The socket's under the seat and goes through a hole that, if you're a clever boat builder, you put in the right place, and then you line up the socket so that the bumpkin's in a convenient place to sheet the mizzen. So we talked about the mizzen. I think this lug main is worth a little explanation because a lot of people haven't seen or sailed them. It's a very simple rig. There is a single halyard, a single part halyard. There's not even a block at the top. There's just a B-hole at the top of the mast. So comes the halyard cleats on the mast, and the boom is held both down to tension the luff of the sail and also held fore and aft by a simple 3-part line with half hitches on a ring bolt. One thing that people might note and be surprised is that this is a 130 square foot mainsail. There is not a shroud or a stay or nothing holding the mast up other than the mast step and the mast partner. And in the world of sailboats, that means two things. One is you've saved a heck of a lot of money building the boat,
right,
if you didn't have to invest in standing rigging. And number two is it is really quick and easy to rig this boat and go sailing. If you happen to be someone who moors your boat in your garage and have to drive to the launch ramp every time you want to go sailing, it takes me about 10 minutes to get the cover off, pull the strap off, hop in, put the bilge plugs in,
go sailing,
step the mast, and hoist the sails. There's just not a heck of a lot to it.
I want to thank Geoff Kerr from Two Daughters Boat Works for showing us how easy it is to get out on the water and give us a tour of such an amazing boat. That was fabulous. I love your boat. This is right up our alley.
Yep.
Spectacular boat. I mean, that's the versatile boat that we're talking about. It doesn't cost a fortune to build or buy or own or maintain. I mean, he built that boat 17 years ago and he hasn't painted it since. And it looks great. You know, I'm sure those sails are 17 years old, you know? I mean, Geoff uses that boat. He tows it to boat shows. He tows it to the wooden boat school to teach courses. And it's a testament to good design and, you know, getting out on the water, using these things. I think it's fabulous. Caledonia Yawl, y'all.